Welcome in,
Let's
everybody.
do it.
Season 2 of Horse Talk. We're joined by one, the only. Look how suave this guy looks. Mr. Andyisraggedy. Welcome in, sir. How are you?
I am fantastic, Alan. Thank you. I'm fantastic. Me and my dance party people are so happy to be here. Thank you.
I feel like you're about to open a briefcase, and I'm going to tell you whether I'm taking a deal or not.
Trust me, nobody can resist the deal tonight.
Absolutely. So, man, I heard you were dancing up a storm prior to this, man. You get your heart rate up?
You know what? You know what sucks is I did, and I completely forgot to broadcast it because it's normally broadcasted there for everybody to see and think that I'm about to die. We did. We moved, we jammed, we danced, we bounced. You guys get me amped up, so that's what I do. I get amped up because you guys do it to me.
That's freaking awesome. Well, Andy, I'm going to ask the question that everybody wants to know. Why? Like why you used to sell the games and now you're running the disco and Andyisraggedy. I'm just curious what happened.
A lot happened. Alcohol mostly, but
Oh,
no. Honestly, like 3 months ago, I was bored, and I selling had been going whatever. It wasn't like the most amazing thing, and I was like, screw it. I'm just gonna throw on some EDM techno, dance, and whatever happens, happens. And honest to God, that was it. It was just a bored one night. That's it.
hey dude,
I,
it is entertaining. It is really hard to look away from. I've tried. I've like turned it
you
off.
can.
I find myself scrolling back. Everybody's group texting. What the f is Andy doing? It's you definitely got people talking, man.
Hey, can you are you able to do a poll? I'm curious if you can do a
Maybe.
poll. Ask the
Sure.
question of, do we think Andy's wearing pants or not?
Oh,
That
well,
that seems to be a real important question.
I would love to say that you were the first guest to ever not wear pants, but that actually wouldn't be true. We actually have had a guest that wore nothing actually during the entire interview. So that was cool. Yeah, I can do a poll. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see.
Wow. Can I find a clip of that on YouTube? Not that I just have to know.
You can find it at Horse Talk Game Cabin plugged. Take a screenshot.
Look at
There are
that.
like there's like 14 or 15 episodes on that thing now. So go
I,
check it
I have
out.
I have watched most of them. They are a lot of fun. It's nice to get behind people, and especially ones that just mostly dance like an idiot. So there you go. Okay, wait, I need to vote on
Holy
this
crap.
myself.
So YouTubers can't see this right now, but the poll currently sits at 88% of people thinking that Andy is not wearing pants. Show them kneecaps,
Oh,
Andy. Show them kneecaps. We got to
man,
see them now.
man. You know what? Maybe we'll let them. We'll let them. Gotta let them think for a little bit. We got to see what happens with that. That's. I love you guys. Pants are overrated, Pookie. Pants are overrated.
I'm not wearing
I
pants right
agree.
now either.
I see.
In fact,
And you
in
guys
fact,
thought I was the weirdo.
I've never wore pants doing a horse talk. It's just part of it. So nude from belly button down, you know.
Man, that's a house rule here.
So Andy, am I looking at like an actual like game library or is that like an image? I can't tell if this is real or not.
You know what? I'm almost borderline impressed that you can't tell. No, this is very much an actual collection. This is my collection that you see here. This is it goes over to here as well. This is more of the inventory than it is the collection. These are all my keepers. This is from NES down to PS3. Anything after
Yep.
PS3 is dumb. So this is it. All my N60. Actually, the funniest part is, so I have the entire N64 catalog loose. As you can imagine, that takes up a lot of space, and you don't really see it. So it is shoved down here in the lower portion. That's like this tall, too deep. It's a lot. Even just the cards take up a shit ton of space. So yeah, this is years and years and years, and some of these things are even my originals. Like Pokemon Red, Blue, and Silver are mine from when I bought them as a kid. So there you
So
go. As if, yeah.
Pookie says the N64 belongs on the bottom. What do you think about that?
I
And
look,
what else?
Pookie.
What else? Hey, one other question though. What do you think about Pookie's painted toenails as well?
You know what? I I would love to judge. I'd love to. But when I was really, really young and I used to do a lot of bad shit and get in trouble, I get grounded in my bedroom. And my older sister, who's 5 years older than me, wanted to play with me. There wasn't much we could do because I'm grounded. So I'd have to put my hands and feet over the threshold of my bedroom, and she would paint my toenails and fingernails. So, you know what? Let your freak flag fly. That's what I say.
That's what
Have
I was
fun.
hoping. That's what I was hoping happened, but you never know. Pookie kind of crazy, man. So we do have an episode with
Unstable.
Pookie as well. So you know what though? We didn't get it wasn't super crazy Pookie that night. We got very heartfelt Pookie, which was also good. Look, you got all your different Pookies, right? There's like at least 4 different types of Pookies out there.
I've seen 5.
Okay. Man.
The naked one is one not a lot have seen, so that's my 5th.
I was trying to figure out why he sent me the picture of his painted toenails, but I never figured it out actually. Just he just sent it to me. So
Sometimes the best things have no context.
yeah,
I do that often.
that's for sure, man. So I've actually bought some I bought some N64 games from you. I think the last one I got from you, Nagano Winter Olympics, maybe I think was it.
Heck yeah.
Uh,
Heck
and
yeah.
yeah, I'm doing the set. I'm doing the set. So obviously we finished the carts. I guess in the beginning of this year or last year. So now we're going at the boxes, and
Oh,
really interesting, man. The first 100 are easy as all get out. Even the next 50 are not that bad. But when you hit about 185, you no longer
yeah.
see anything. So just
Yeah.
for everybody, context wise, I think there's 297 NTSC games for N64, and you can collect
Well,
the first 185 with no problem.
so for any of you people who hate on N64, that's correct in a very technical term, because there's one NTSC game that was not released here, and it's one of my favorites in the collection.
And I actually don't have
That
it. I
that
don't have it.
is
Yep.
that is a game intended to release in the US, and they had contract issues and ended up releasing it in Brazil. It's a NTSC game released in a PAL region. There you go.
That's very cool, man. I actually just got my Mega Man 6 from Brazil.
Ooh.
So as well. So
Hell
interesting that
yeah.
all the good stuff ended up in Brazil, right?
I, it really it is. Actually, you know, it's funny. You mentioned Mega Man. All of mine are hidden because they're up on like the show off shelf. I have all the carts, Game Boy and NES, because I loved all of them. And slowly, I think I'll go CIB on it. But as you know, that's a painful to the wallet.
Yeah, man, it's very painful to the wallet. I mean, even the last like 25 carts are not very nice to your wallet either.
Oh
On the
no,
N64. So
these are these are the top 10. I don't know how well you can see them. I have a lot of weird lights, but these are the top
yeah.
10 carts, and I'm constantly changing them based on where they are in the top 10. And actually, sometimes Castlevania Legacy of Darkness gets booted out and replaced with something else. Just fun,
So
dumb little stuff.
so what is the top 5 right now?
So here let's make it easier in life. So your top 5 are your obvious ones. Your Sculptor's Cut, your Super Bowling, F1 is up there, Bomberman, and then Stunt Racer is the top of the last one of the 5th. Then Worms, Conquers, Ogre, Castlevania, Goemon. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought Ogre was in the top 10. I thought Ogre would have been, 15, 20-ish.
Man, it's always been like that. It's actually dropped in value recently of all the weird things to happen. And
Well, yeah.
this is up there, but this one doesn't count because it's an alt cart. So
Yeah, I didn't do the alt carts except for the I think Mario's and the Zeldas I did, but not the whole
right.
thing. Overall, there's just too much of that stuff. But yeah, man, when you
I,
hit like 185, you get on Whatnot and you just watch and like nothing comes up. And then you watch and then nothing comes up. Today, two boxes actually came up in Chase's stream, and I just couldn't. They weren't even that nice, like I couldn't pay
yo,
like 50% over PC. So not when you're doing 297 of them. Some of them you
no,
got to get at least close to market. I don't even mind finding a hard to get one at market price or slightly above. That's cool, no problem. But when they're like a $50 game and it's at 92, like I just stop bidding. Like I
dude,
can't do it.
Chase's stream today was out of control. Like I love those guys. Like I genuinely do. I love what they do. They're a bunch of good kids. Um, and I talk to them on a daily basis because they're awesome people. But some days there's some people in there that it went crazy today. Like I wanted to buy some of those. I was bidding on some, and I'm 50% over value. I'm like, holy shit! Just it's awesome for them, right? Like I mean, you can
Yeah.
only be happy for them, and that's what
It
it is.
is.
I know,
Yeah,
right? It's
man.
like I want that, but I'm glad you're happy.
Yeah. That's exactly how it went. I was like, "F you, Links, whatever." Throwing
Yeah,
the phone
Astra.
across the table.
Where is he? Oh, he's right there too. You
Yeah.
beautiful
I actually don't think
bastard.
it was Astra. It was a couple other guys in there.
It was.
So tell me, man, like the big streamer. There's a lot of debate right now. Is Whatnot going to be only big streamers at some point? Will the little guy? They'll be the little guy, but will he only make it 2 months? What's your take
I
on that? You think the big streamers going to
man,
take over?
uh, you know, I I don't think they're going to take over to the point that there's nothing else, but there is a massive gap between Wednesday night, Caden, Skylar, and then everybody else. Like, and that's coming from me as like a middleman. Like I look at Wednesday nights and I try to keep, and my friends tell me I am smack dab in the middle, which is for the record, everybody watching is, can I cuss? Are we cool with full on cussing?
Yes, please.
Good. You guys are fucking amazing. I just have to tell you that. I I love it. I have so much fun, and you guys keep us right in that place where it's like 40 friends hanging out. That's all it is. We're hanging out, having a good time. I'm entertaining you guys. You're entertaining me. And then we have like 20 extra people, 30 extra people that pop in, and most of them are like, what the fuck is going on? What am I watching? And then we try to convince them before they leave. Some stay, and but
Yeah.
I think I think it's always gonna be like that. I mean, the bigger streamers are getting bigger. I mean, that is the case, especially Caden. And I mean, I buy from Caden all the time. The dude is just like he has 400 or 500 people on a Thursday night. Like, what the hell? And it wasn't a massive raid. Like, what? You know, those are people who want to buy and people who want to win giveaways, and that's okay. It's part of the. I'll tell you what's crazy though. I was just watching YouTube. There's a YouTube channel called Jolly. It's these two dudes who are British guys who go to South Korea and know everything about South Korea and everything, right? Whatever. They have like
Yeah.
5-6 million followers on YouTube. Today they had a commercial in the middle of their YouTube release for Whatnot. Like these are two people that have nothing to do with it, and they have a commercial for Whatnot. I'm like, oh, that's going to change some stuff. Like
Yeah,
Mr.
man.
Beast at Super Bowl.
Yeah, dude. We talk about it a little bit in our group, and which one's going to win out? Is eBay going to go so live that Whatnot doesn't exist, or has Whatnot already won, and now eBay's trying to figure it out?
I think it's that one. Whatnot's winning. eBay's trying to figure it out. I mean,
I
that's
think that's a good way to do it, dude. What's your take on the whole GameStop offering more than they're worth to buy eBay
I you know I
did you
heard
see the did you see the CEO interview, and what do you think about that?
so I literally only heard about it earlier, and then my friends, while we're playing Apex, are telling me in very sarcastic tones about what the guy was saying. So it doesn't sound like it was terribly serious. I mean, we all know GameStop. I think we've all come to enjoy GameStop for what they are, you know.
Shit.
Um, but
Yeah.
but they're a meme stock. I mean, that's what their wealth is. They're a meme stock, and they bought all of our Wii's last month. But
They did.
dude, they don't have the money. Like they don't even have the 50% cash that they said they had. I, I think they're just trying to get attention and publicity, and who can
It's
blame them?
working.
They're a meme stock. That's what they do.
Yeah, man. I was listening to that CEO, and I'm like, he's either a genius or an idiot, and I don't know which one. But like based on the what I saw, you can't really. It's one or the other. Yeah, and I'm kind of leaning towards a little bit of both,
Yeah,
in some ways. But it was
I
very
think
interesting.
I think it's both. I think people try to get onto a level that they think is going to be accepted. Like, and that's what he's doing, and it's probably gonna work to some extent. But what has he got to
That's
lose?
yeah, that's freaking crazy.
It
So
is
yeah,
wild.
when somebody told me it was like GameStop buying eBay, I'm like, what? That's like
I,
that's like the gas station trying to buy Walmart. You know, like
you
it just
think
doesn't
you
make
think
any
it would be
sense.
it'd be the other way around, right? Yeah.
For sure, man. So Andy, outside of your shows, man, I don't really know jack shit about you. So, do you work, or do you have a job, or do you whatnot for a living?
I no, I came straight from my job here. This is actually, you know, what's really funny is my position over the years has changed, and I haven't worn a suit in years. I have a closet full of them, and I haven't worn one in years. So I was really happy when this fit. Just want to make that off the record. But so I, as you guys know, live in Las Vegas, and I am in the live production world. So when you guys go to a convention, when you go to a concert, when you go to a expo, meeting, whatever it is, and there's technology, screens, speakers, lighting, internet, anything that plugs into a wall. I work for a company that does that on here in Las Vegas, and we have. Oh my God, is UPS seriously here right now? Oh my God, hold on, I have to sign something. Hold on,
Okay,
hold on.
good.
No, you're coming with me.
Oh, a day in the life. Don't get shot. Just don't get shot right
Oh,
now. Don't get
oh no,
shot
no,
right
we're
now.
okay. I forgot I pre-signed for it. I pre-signed for it. We're okay.
False
Guys, this
alarm.
is what live internet's about right here. Thank you.
I'm glad somebody didn't pants you or something when you open the door. That would have been great.
Man, thank God he wasn't looking because he would have gotten a lot of stuff.
So what the
Okay,
hell did you
look at
buy
that.
that needed a signature?
Actually, you know what? It's actually really appropriate. Oh
Yeah.
fuck me, I left it downstairs. Hold on, hold on. It's actually
All
very
right.
appropriate for what we're talking about.
Yeah. While
I had
Andy's going to grab that, feel free to drop some anything that you want to know about Mr. Andyisraggedy while
oh
he's
boy,
doing what he's doing.
come on, people, ask away. Sorry,
Yeah.
this was
Let the
supposed to be
chat
here
go.
earlier, and it wasn't. Also, I have you in my ear, so everywhere I go, you come with me.
Oh, well, that's nothing new. Don't tell me this is like
so
a bar. Is this a Barbie?
no, Rock
Did you get your
30
G?
Games,
Oh, I thought you were
Rock
going to
30
show me you got
Games
your GED or
invoice.
something.
No, I
Rock
still
30.
waiting for that. Still waiting for that. uh, wow, this is going to be like accidental promotion. Rock30games.com,
Not
like
sponsored.
not sponsored, but as a collector, I go there and buy stuff for my collection. Reasonably priced, awesome condition, and they do a good job. I'm not going to like talk about it too much, but I
Yeah.
love those guys. I mean,
Well,
like here.
Andy, since we're talking about who did not sponsor the video, I think it's really important to talk about who did sponsor the video tonight. We had 4 sponsors tonight in no particular order. Graham B, one of our newer sellers. Check out his shows for sure. Sweet Oreo, the mod of all the
Sweet.
mods. Mr. Just Thriftin, Thriftin Thursdays every Thursday, usually around 8 o'clock Central Time as well. And then a new sponsor for Horse Talk, first time, Creative Upside. So thank you so much for that. And I think you're here for Mr. Raggedy.
Heck yeah. Yo, Mr. Justin is an amazing man. And I bought a Lord of the Rings tabletop game from him, and he gave me all of his figures that he hand painted with it. It's insane. It's downstairs in my board game collection, displayed proudly in my living room.
Hey Andy, you want to see what Justin's I don't want to show his phone number, so let me be careful. But look at his picture. That's the picture on my phone.
Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, it's
Isn't it awesome?
beautiful. I love that. Oh, it's
Yeah.
gorgeous.
There's
Just
some
for the record, this is the
yeah.
kind of stuff that I bought from
Oh,
Rock 30
nice.
Games.
Nice, nice.
Yes.
So are you
We'll
trying to do
find
that
out.
whole set, or you just you slowly adding as you go, or like what's your like? Everybody has a thing, right? Are you getting all of them? You getting the ones over a certain value, the ones that you care about, the ones that look funny? Like, what are you trying to do?
You know, so I mean, look, I was born in 1985, so I'm literally 40 years old now. So Super Nintendo was the first console I had as a kid. Nintendo 64 was the first console I had that I could actually buy games for myself. So I'm an N64 kid. All of you assholes in the chat can talk shit as much as you want. That's fine. We're judging. Uh, so I basically, like you said, I hang out on Whatnot. I look at what's happening. And if something like Mischief Makers on Benny Q's Ray Train show is up, I'm like, I want that. That's it. It's a gut feeling. Like I wanted all the carts. I got all the carts loose, even the games I don't like. The CIB stuff is just as it happens. If it's there,
Yeah.
awesome. That because
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
If you don't feel like this pressure to like get them all super fast or whatever, then that is a great thing.
I mean, the only pressure is that they are getting insanely expensive quickly.
Yeah.
I don't.
I kind of wonder if it's gonna crash, you know, like after analog is no longer a thing. And
Well, the problem is we have another system coming out after analog. Who's the company making the other N64? I can't remember the name, but it's another FPGA
hmm,
system. So I'll tell you what, I don't know if we're going to skyrocket anymore, but we're definitely going to plateau at an expensive point. M64. Thank you, 8-Bit Frog. That's it. Mod Retro M64.
we did have a question from the folks in the chat out there. They want to know what do you how do they read this question exactly the way? So, as a collector, streamer, and seller, how do you feel? How do you deal with chafing?
Well, listen, Mr. Samus, I know chafing's important to you, so listen closely. Be a man and accept that it happens. It happens. Also, Arm and Hammer anti-chafing stick. It looks like a deodorant stick, and you just rub it everywhere. That's actually the secret.
That's pr- that's pretty crazy. So Andy, before you started working in porn, what did you do prior to that?
Right. So when I started in porn, actually, it's funny. I technically dated an OnlyFans model for a little while, and I did some top-down scenes. So we joke, but it happened a little bit. So before porn, no, I've been working in this industry for 19 years since I got out of
Hmm.
college and started my first shitty job and then my second and third shitty job. I moved out to Vegas and I've worked for the same company ever since. So in our world, so I'm a director in our company, so I oversee a property. Most recently, I was in charge of the tech production team at the Mirage, which shut down, was bought by Hard Rock, and is now being turned into Hard Rock Las Vegas. At which point, I will be going back there to rebuild a team and go back to what I was doing full time over there. But yeah, so that's I'm not so I used to be a tech, like I used to be the guy manning the mixers and his consoles and lighting boards and everything, and then they just keep promoting you up and up if you know how to talk to people, apparently, and that's where I'm at. So yeah, I've worked at I think I've worked at like 9 or 10 different properties here in the city doing the same job everywhere around, and it's awesome because like this week we're doing a group in house. Next week it's going to be a different group. The week after, different group. I love having the conventions in and out and just seeing everything. Like EDC is this weekend right now, and it's insane right now. If nobody knows what EDC is, look it up because it is. I'm not there clearly because I have to host my own EDC here, but Electric Daisy Carnival is insane, and uh, I love being here. It's so awesome. Plus, it lets me do all the other stuff that I isn't working, which a lot of the people in chat here know. Like I dance around for 2 hours. It's not a natural God given talent that I can do this without dying. I do distance running and
Oh
ultra
wow.
distance bike racing. So I actually have a local marathon in the morning, which is which
Oh
is
no
why
shit.
I'm only drinking a little bourbon and a lot more water tonight. But yeah, no, I do like long, like 50, 100 mile marathons and all kinds of stupid shit like that. Because what else am I going to do with my time?
Dude, that's crazy, man. That's I can't even imagine. So you're running the whole 26 miles. What is it, 26.3? I think. You doing that
Yeah, yeah,
tomorrow?
yeah. It starts at 8 o'clock here in town. It's like 20 minutes away from my house, so I'll roll up and hop out, stretch back and forth a couple times, and then
Yeah.
yeah. So this year I'm doing a lot of races, all in Leadville, Colorado, is which is the highest incorporated town in the country.
Yep. I've
Uh,
been there.
yeah, so it sits at over 10,000 feet, and I'm going to be doing a series of races that all start and end in that town. So like
Damn.
in it all, it's smaller races, medium races, longer races, and at the end, it's a 100-mile marathon up in Leadville, and that's genuinely tough. I don't want people to think I show up like I do tomorrow after drinking and just do it. That it destroys your body, but I love it, and I have more friends that do it too. No drop bars, Greg. No drop bars. Wow, Greg knows. I love it. I'm actually seeing this, and people are talking very specific things about the races.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's I love spending time out in the desert, whether on a bike or on my feet. That's my place. I don't have a wife. I don't have kids. I have an amazingly little amount of responsibilities in my life, so I get to buy video games and go play in the desert.
Well, that's awesome. That's awesome.
It, it's not bad.
So have you been in Vegas your whole life, or did you move to Vegas?
No, no. So I was born in St. Paul, Minnesota, up
Ah.
in the far north.
Yep.
And then a few years after, moved and grew up in the north side of Indianapolis, Indiana, and lived there for 17 years, and then moved out here. Hey, all right, Benny, Minnesota native. I could tell. I could tell, Benny. But yeah, no, I grew up mostly in just north side of Indianapolis, and my parents still live there. And then my sister, who's my only sibling, lives in Kentucky, in basically in Bardstown, which is like bourbon capital of Kentucky. So I have a lot of this in my home. A lot. We are a bourbon Kentucky family.
Man. So we were talking about whatnot a little bit ago and about the big streamers and all that. So lay it out there. Who's your favorite show to go to? And it's okay to have a favorite. And then secondly, what's a show that everybody likes but you hate?
Okay, so I'll answer the second one because it's easier to answer. Um, I look, there are shows that the people might be selling amazing stuff. It might be going cheap, but if they annoy the living hell out of me, I can't stay there. Okay. I'm not going
Who?
to name
Andy? No,
I'm
no,
not
no,
going
no,
to
no,
name.
no, 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 no. Somebody sent me a message earlier today and said, "Hey, Horse, I'm an open book. You can ask me anything." And by the way,
So
I'm just getting warmed up.
that's
But
fair. That's
Andy,
fair. That's
who is
fair.
it?
So, you know what? I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. I'm not going to attack these people. I'll pick out one person, and it definitely identifies multiple other people. And I have nothing against the person as an individual. I don't know them as an individual. I just don't like the way they sell. It doesn't speak to me. Um, Rare.
Okay.
If you tell me one more time that I'm fucking you and to bid, I'm not interested. I
I
and it's
love that dude.
nothing. And that's the thing. People do love him, and I know he's funny, and people enjoy him. I just when I hear that, if people are telling me to bid, I'm like, fuck you. You can't tell me what to do. I'm going somewhere else.
So
But
I watch Rare, but you know what I do when I go watch Rare? I uh I just wait on the Choco pies and then I buy like 14 of them because they are delicious. And that's literally the best thing.
I'll tell you
I was
what.
gonna
I'll tell you
show
what.
y'all this. Uh,
I will watch the show muted sometime and wait for those because I don't think I've been around long enough to see them.
Y'all gotta see this. So look, this is my receipts from Rare, and they're all $2 Choco pies. Like Choco pie, Choco pie, Choco pie. Like I just buy all of them.
That's okay. No, wait, not like Choco Tacos.
No, you
Oh,
had it right. Choco, like chocolate, choco
okay, okay,
pies.
okay.
It's a moon
Dang.
pie, but I think it might be made in an Asian country.
Fitting, okay. But again, like, I mean, here's the thing: is I'm not going to shit talk anybody because they do what they do, and obviously he's insanely successful, and that's amazing for him. It's just not my style, so I just go elsewhere. That's what I do.
Yeah, we
That's
did
it.
those. Creative was saying he was kicking himself from the king cakes. And look, I shipped out like 4 of those king cakes, and I think only 2 of them truly like made it. The one that Oreo got was absolutely destroyed. It looked like somebody like set it down and kicked the field goal with it, you know? Like it was bad, man. It was
like
bad.
Like the opening scene of Ace Ventura: Pet Detective
Uh-huh.
with the UPS box, and he's going to steal the dog. Every time, every time.
Yeah. That movie was awesome, man. I like the first one. I didn't the second one didn't really resonate with me too much, but the first
It,
one was hilarious, man.
I,
But
I still think it's one of the top comedies of the era. Like I really do. I
yeah,
I love that stuff. And no, I agree. The second one was funny. I mean, I still quote, and you must be the Monopoly guy. Like I will still quote that to this day. But no, you're right. I
I
loved it.
secretly also love that movie. Look, it's hilarious for one, but like I hated Dan Marino. I don't fucking like William Shatner. Look, I don't like William Shatner or Dan Marino. Fuck them
Why
dudes. I
not?
can't
Why
stand them.
not Shatner? What did Bill do to you?
So if I really told you the reason why, you would be like, I don't get it. I just fucking don't like them. Like I don't even know
Hey,
why I don't like them. I can't watch them. I will change the TV commercial if he starts talking about Priceline. And I know why. I do know what I think the association with Dan Marino is. So growing up, I live kind of like between like New Orleans and Baton Rouge. So we're all Saints fans. We all watch the Saints. Growing up, I never got to watch a Saints home game because they were always blacked out. This is before Drew Brees and Reggie Bush.
okay.
So I might have saw like one home game in like a 10-year stretch of my life at the beginning of my life. And I loved watching the Saints. So guess who was on TV every single blackout? Dan Marino. So I'm like over
Yeah,
here cheering it on and Ace Ventura. I'm like, kill Dan. Just
kill
like
him,
kill
kill
Dan.
him. I
So
mean,
so
they did
anyway.
kind of make him look like an ass, so that was good.
Yeah, he seemed pretty cool in the movie, actually. I was like, maybe Dan's not that bad of a guy. But yeah,
You wish he would
man.
have been more of a dick. Yeah, I get
Yeah.
it.
We always just sort of said the damn I remember the statement in the house was always like the damn fish are on again, and then we would change the channel.
That's fair. That's fair. I get that. I get that. I actually, so it's funny you mentioned Drew Brees. Drew Brees, I went to college at Purdue, and Drew Brees went to Purdue, and he has a burger named after him at one of the restaurants there, and it's basically just a peanut butter on a hamburger. So
No
there's Drew
shit.
Brees for you.
Yeah. My boy was accurate though.
Different,
But he was very accurate.
right? Very
So
accurate. That was his personality, peanut butter.
you were saying you're from the like originally St. Paul. Um, believe it or not, so I live in South Louisiana, but I actually worked in Minneapolis, Apple Valley area for almost
Oh yeah.
on on and off every other week for like 3 years. So I was
Oh
there
shit.
all the time. I stay in Burnsville, I think, and then I'd work in Apple Valley, which is only like 15 minutes from the airport, just south of the airport. So
Dang, like throughout the year or seasonally?
yeah, so it was one of my locations was there. So I had the South and
Okay.
then some stuff in Virginia and then up there of all places. But dude, coming from South Louisiana going to Minneapolis, Minnesota in like middle of February was that wasn't relatable. You know what I mean? Like
No,
I didn't even have clothes for that. So
they're different. They're different.
yeah. I
Even
remember
during the summer.
somebody had to be like, hey, you gotta wear layers. I'm like, oh, so this one pair of jeans I got on with nothing underneath it's not enough for this negative 14 is what
It
you're
is.
saying?
It is not. It is not. So it's funny. I've been blizzard and snowed into my house multiple times back when I was living there and everything. I went back in 2018 for shit. It was for my grandfather's funeral at the time, but um, I remember I'm in Chicago. My mom's family lived in Chicago, and right off the lake. And it's February, and I look at the weather, and it's going to be minus 25 with a minus 45 wind chill during the night. And like the party was like, all right, I'm setting an alarm. I'm going outside. And it's so funny because people always say, how do you live in the desert? How do I live out here when it's 115 degrees in August? And I tell them, go outside in the Midwest when it's negative temperature. and then go outside when it's over 115 degrees here. It's the same fucking thing. It's the exact same thing. You feel it and you say, I'm good. I'm going to go inside. That's what you do.
I can relate. I can relate. I will say this though, every time we go out to Vegas, this is the lack of humidity is like for us, it feels like air conditioning.
It's
Um,
awesome
so we live in about a 90% average is what it feels like all the
all the
time.
time.
So yeah, man, you kind of really notice this. So I used to fly from Minneapolis to New Orleans and back and forth. And when you spent like 3 or 4 days in Minneapolis and you get back to New Orleans and they open that door on that airplane, you immediately can't breathe. It's like you're underwater, literally.
It's
So,
everything's so thick. It's so
Samus,
thick.
thank you so much. I've never seen anything like
Oh,
that before. So,
yo,
man,
if you don't mind, that guy right there,
yeah.
Samus Returns. We've gotten a chance to know him a little bit off screen and everything, and oh fucking hell, there's the other one.
I'll share this with Andy. By the way, half of this will go to Andy.
No. Use it for giveaways. I don't.
Okay.
When everybody tips me during my shows, every single penny goes to giveaways. I don't keep any of it. And I'll tell you what, this is a great time for everybody to see this. For fuck's sake, Samus, I swear to God, he did it again.
God
This
dang.
is Samus
Hey,
and
I'm just gonna.
Italian love having dick measuring competitions, and
Please. How
the thing
long is
is,
it?
everybody wins. Everybody
Yeah.
wins.
I'm about to say who just
Um,
compare just how long it is, right? Speaking of
so,
giveaways, we just popped the giveaway up.
there you go. There you go. So actually, this is really good because a lot of people ask me how I do this. So I don't have sponsored giveaways that you can buy in your buy it now or anything, right? Because there's going to be fees. There's going to
Yep.
potentially have to be shipping you can't get rid of on that item. So what I do is I have a banner that goes across my screen and it says all tips go directly to giveaways. So I just constantly run giveaways through my whole show. And what I do is the next day go through everything and I see, all right, we got $400 a giveaway or $400 in tips, which is insane. And it's
That's a lot.
all these people that are here right now that do it. I genuinely end my shows and I wonder what the fuck have I done to deserve this? And the only thing I can come up with is that they just want to give back to everybody else. And I love that so much. But what I do is I count the amount of giveaways, I count the amount of tips, I divide it, and all the giveaways get a game total to that amount. And I literally pull like games out of my inventory, out of my collection, and send them out. And I mean, so nobody ever gets anything less than like $10, and they're all real games. I have a rule: no annualized sports.
Yeah, I've
That
noticed that before. You usually say, and it's not sports.
Yeah,
I think
that's and now hold on because Tony Hawk Pro Skater doesn't count as a sport. That's just an amazing game. So
okay.
there are some exceptions to the sport rule, but that's what I do, and I love it because it makes it easy on me. And everybody knows what they're going to get. I mean, when we have a banging night and there's more and more and more people showing up, I run more and more and more giveaways. Everybody wins, and look, I have a full-time job. I do this for fun. I don't do this. If I end the year and I haven't lost money, we're happy. We're super happy. Like that's why I do it. It's because it's fun and I love hanging out with everybody. And to be able
All
to
right.
give back like that is amazing.
So on that note, like I'm sure there's some folks in the audience tonight that are probably considering selling on this platform. Should they do it or should they not?
I mean, so I'll answer your question with another question, and it's an actual question. Um, how many people have become overly successful that started their entire career of this world on Whatnot? I don't think that's a terribly high number.
Yeah.
I think it's people that had something else and came to Whatnot, had a successful eBay,
Okay.
store, came to Whatnot. Whatnot. If I do believe if you put enough work in, you can do anything. I mean, I really do. But it also depends on personality. You can't be a shitty human with the best games in the world and succeed. This is an app about personality. You are selling yourself as much as we are video games. I mean, I'll take Caden for example. Caden is a genuinely good human being, right? He means well in most everything he does, and people are attracted to that. He also can start every single thing he has at $1, and he doesn't really care what happens to it. That's the combination to succeed.
Yeah, for sure. That fear, that no fear, man, that is something I lack, for sure. It's I've tried it. I've tried multiple things to see if that helped that sensation, but there's always the fear. I think the real problem is I know this business pretty cold, like in here, to the point of like I know exactly what I paid for all 1,000 of these things without even
Right.
looking. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
when you don't see that bid going at least above what you paid, there's this instant of like, why did I do this? Why did I do this? Why did I do this? Over and
Yeah.
over. So
I don't want to be like a Debbie Downer of it all, but I come to this from a different point of view. This is fun for me.
mhm.
As long as I don't lose money, I get to keep doing this. That's where I'm at with it. And I didn't lose money last year. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
not making, for the record, everybody, I'm not swimming in cash.
He
But I
is he
mean,
is wearing a
I
suit to a whatnot interview, but and he's got
have
100 CIB games behind him. But he's okay.
that's my own money.
Just busting your
I
butt.
mean,
But luckily,
look,
luckily you can't see all my stuff back here, so I can't talk.
exactly. The man has a literal cabin dedicated to games. I have
It's
a
a
small
shed.
law.
Hey, my neighbors call it a shed.
Well,
By the
your
way,
neighbors are wrong. Oh, Papusas won a giveaway
Papooses.
in my show the other day. That's amazing. That's amazing. But I mean, I hope people give it a shot, but don't try whatnot when it's your last resort.
Yeah, that's
That's
a
what I
really
would
smart
say.
thing. That's a really smart statement, man. Because I mean, even in the last year, I think I've had 3 to 5 buddies like try to do this and only this, and I get so nervous for them. Like,
Yeah.
but on the other side too, like you go work somewhere like soon because it's not that hard to find normal work. But yeah, it's just I don't know, man. I worry for it. It is really cool. Like, nah, man, to me, like it's starting to feel more like it's almost like the PGA Tour. Like, it's probably the way I would describe it. Everybody might get hot at like the very beginning or whatever, just enough to qualify and go or whatever. But
Hmm.
like you said, if there's no personality and maybe even the products aren't there, you could just have all the personality in the world with no products and probably do okay. But if you have no products forever, eventually the personality might run out. So
Yeah.
um yeah, I don't you gotta have something. I think that's
Yeah.
how I would describe it. Just you gotta have
You gotta have
something. I
something.
don't. It could be pricing. It could be um, cleaning, like how clean you made this stuff. Like how much time you put into it.
Yeah. I mean,
It could be their
no, you're right.
attitude, their personality. I mean, they could be hot. People might want to watch them because they're hot. I mean, I'm sure
Man,
that's what happens to you all the time.
if I was a hot chick, I would be fucking rich beyond my wildest dreams. Every day I think about that. I
I
always,
mean, look,
what's
it's
funny
never
is
too late, Andy. You could always turn into one.
my sister is basically me but female. It's not what the internet needs.
She
It's
has a
just
full head
not.
of hair, right?
She does. She has hair and like feminine features and stuff. It's not what the world needs. It's just not. Now look, I look pretty good in a wig. It's happened multiple times, but it's
In a
not what the
picture?
internet needs.
Is there a picture?
Um,
The internet does need it. Does need this. I need this personally.
oh God. I don't know. Unfortunately, I'm using my phone, but hold on. No, we can talk. I can find this.
Okay,
I
well,
do
that's
have
cool.
this.
You keep digging. Like, so you do this for fun. I think a lot of us do this for fun as well. And then there's people
Yeah.
that also have to live off this as well. But like why did you start? Like, what was the
I,
spark that got you on here?
I the spark was Chase After the Right Price on YouTube.
Okay.
I just watching their videos, doing the garage sales and everything, and then they're like, "Hey, we're on Whatnot. Come check it out." And I saw it, and just like like a lot of the people in this room now, I think I dropped like 10 or 15,000 in the first month, and then like, oh, this is bad. And
Yeah.
then
Same.
and then actually, you know what? Then the reason I started selling originally is because uh, you kind of I okay. I'm about to say something, and it's going to be a little controversial. So hang tight, people. I am a PC gamer at heart. I always have been. I always will be. I am a PC gamer. So my collection that I had of things from when I was a kid was very small, like literally a box shoved in a closet somewhere. And there it is. And when I found discovered Whatnot, and I was like, oh my god, there's all the games I wanted when I was a kid, like that, literally all of them. Then I was like, all right, I want to collect these. And then it became, I should probably find a way to pay for these things that I'm collecting.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I said to myself, okay, well, if I buy the entire N64 catalog, it's going to cost this amount of money. I'm now going to start selling, and I want to make that amount of money. That was it. That was my only goal, was to make back
Yeah.
the money I spent on my loose collection. That's it.
Yeah, I'm still kind of doing the similar thing. So I started one of those scenarios that you mentioned earlier, but like I started on eBay
Yeah.
and then I saw Whatnot on a YouTube video as well. And I went and check it out. And then like a day later, I had to go on a trip to Miami. So I go to Miami. I got nothing to do after work. Like I'm literally just like I'm sure you could go do a lot of things, but me, I got to fly out the next day. So I just go and sit in the hotel room, right?
Uh huh.
So I turned it on and it's a guy that I still talk to today. I can't quite think of his name right off the top of my head, but like, because I hadn't seen him in like 3 months, but I know he's around. But
Okay.
anyway, he had his collection. You could see it kind of out to the side in the bookcase. And then he had the stuff he was selling on the table. But of course, nobody really cares about what you're selling on the table. They want to see what's on the shelf behind you on the side of you. So I saw that gold box and I mean, top favorite game, and you know, it's game, but you know what? The gold part of it was like when you were a kid, you're like, I got the gold one,
Oh yeah.
like you held it close, right? So to
Oh
me, it was the
yeah.
nostalgia of like, why is this game gold? And then I played it and I loved it, and then I played the second one. It was a completely freaking different game, but I loved it even more. But you're not supposed to love it because everybody hated it. So just one of these things, man.
It,
It's wild.
I I think it triggers the weirdest things in all of us. Like that's, and I think there's a really good reason why a lot of us get along is because we got here because of the same reason. And it's like a bonding thing. I mean, like all the discords that we have. I mean, there's people in the chat here now that I talk to on a regular basis throughout every single day. Like that's how did we go from watching you're the same? How do we go from watching a YouTube video to spending entirely too much goddamn money on an app to entire communities of people, and now we're sitting here. You are 13 episodes into a podcast, and I'm wearing a suit.
That's pretty ironic when you say it like that, right?
Like, I mean, it's just, think about it. It's so strange. It's so surreal, but it's amazing. It's so fun.
And I think you
Like,
go through like stages of whatnot. So like you mentioned dropping 15K immediately. I did almost identical to you. Like I just went buck wild. I was like, I want all this stuff.
all of it.
And then I just started buying because I just liked buying it. Like I was like, that's cool. But then I ended up with a bunch of shit I didn't want. And I'm like, well, what am I gonna do with this? I know it's not gonna move on eBay either. So it's almost like you got to go through your buying period on whatnot, and
Yes.
then you start thinking about okay, maybe seller period now. But yeah, it's very interesting, man. There's a big thing about there's the bin show, there's the auction show, there's the surprise show. There's a lot
Right.
of different things going on. See, me personally, like I do like to watch the auctions, even though I don't do well mentally when I'm running these things myself. So I just don't do them that often. I also don't do that good financially either, which is even worse.
Uh, yeah,
Um,
that's the kicker.
but man, I think a lot of people have success because they're consistent. You know, you can almost guarantee you have an idea of what they're going to have. Pricing is if it's always consistent on auction, then it's probably pretty good.
Yeah.
Me, I keep making a mistake of every now and then. I'm like, I'm just gonna auction tonight, but nobody knows I'm gonna auction tonight. But I'm gonna go ahead and auction like 3 grand worth of shit tonight. And
Uh huh.
Yeah, it kind of becomes a problem because then nobody comes and shows up for that auction, and you end up in a whole nother problem. So
Because they're not expecting it. Or I mean, you kind of work yourself into a groove, and it's a little tricky to get out of the groove. Like I mean, I'm with you. I auction a handful of items during any of my shows now anymore because I'm slightly preoccupied. But for me, like doing the raid train shows, that's where I love auctioning stuff. I mean, and I go into it with a mentality that is whatever runs in front of camera, I don't care what it goes for. Like everybody's here to have a good time. I'm going to make sure everybody continues to have a good time. I might cry and take a cold shower later, but at the time, I love doing that. Like we have, so in under a month, we're doing a N64 day, June 4th. We're doing a raid train of what I will affectionately and respectfully call the original three on our whole raid train scenario, which was myself, CB Retro, and Jeff's Gaming Supply. A year and a half ago or something, we were like, hey, let's only sell N64 games for 3 hours. And to some people, that sounds like absolute nightmare fuel. But we had a crowd who fucking loved it. Exactly, average dude right there. That's he actually has to take Benadryl and a hard drugs for the show. But like I stuff like that, that's a blast to me. Like everybody knows it's going to be a auction show, so it works its way out. And yeah, I still probably lose my ass a little bit on all of it, but hey,
yeah,
that's
you
part
know
of it.
what? It is it's an interesting thing too because once your collection starts filling out, you probably I went through the stage of like, okay, now I have too much, and I
Yeah.
don't really know what's important to me or not about this stuff. So what I did is I waited like 3 weeks. I'm like, let me like stew on this for 3 weeks of like, what am I not interested in? And what it came down to, man, I actually filled two entire totes of it. It was actually GBA
Oh,
and DS. So like I had like nice, sealed Zelda DS games and all this other stuff, but like I love the box of the GPA and I like the actual
100%.
yeah, and I like the gameplay of GBA, but I just don't like GBA. I don't like dealing with it. It's a
I,
pain in the ass. So
you know what? I weirdly enough completely agree with you. And I say that as I'm holding Final Fantasy V in my hands.
yep.
That came with the box. I think there are systems that tried to make a leap and failed. And you guys are going to talk as much shit as you want. I think GBA was one of those. I think the Advance is one of those systems because I see games that should have been 3D that are not. And to this day, I have no affection for the GBA whatsoever, except for the actual handheld itself. This
Dude.
is these are my testers. Like it's the best tester there is. It plays all the games.
Yeah. So I don't know if this thing's got a battery or not, but it's got a fancy case. Um,
What?
so
Holy shit! That's way too sweet.
so it's got USB-C,
Oh hell yeah!
IPS.
Hell yeah!
Um, I use it so often that I can't remember how to turn it on. So grab a game. So it probably doesn't even have a battery. Let's see. Oh, it's still good.
Oh, look at how bright! Oh, and the buttons light up. Hell yeah! See, that's so cool.
Isn't it
I
beautiful? And then the back is
see.
pretty cool too.
The only games I ever enjoy on uh, GBA were the Pokemon games. I mean,
What?
I do genuinely believe Leaf Green is one of the best. But
All
yeah,
right.
weirdly enough, I'm a Pokemon guy, but I'm very hit or miss for it. Very hit or miss.
Are you a closet Pokemon person?
No, I talk about it out loud.
Okay.
I mean, so I obviously, so, I had my original. I have all six of the originals on Gen 1, Gen 2. And then I didn't play anything until Leaf Green. I randomly stumbled upon a couple of years ago. Like a couple of years ago, I played Leaf Green. It was amazing because it's just Gen 1 redone. But I got a Switch 2 last year and I wanted to play all the Pokemon games on Switch. And I have come to the conclusion that I am the exact opposite of everybody else on Switch with Pokemon. I Loved Scarlet Violet.
Hmm.
I was mid on Sword Shield, and I fucking hated Arceus.
Ah,
Hated it. Anybody in chat who disagrees can suck my little white nuts because I hated Arceus. I thought the world was boring. It was too big with nothing in it, and you had to go back to the same crappy shanty town over and over and over again. After having played Scarlet Violet, I was distraught.
am I
So
missing
there.
something? Because I only played Pokemon Yellow for about 4.5 minutes to see if the battery saved one time. Am I missing? Am I missing something? This was
Look,
after my time. I think there's a time period. So if like I'm 42, I think I just missed that for some reason.
I mean,
I
maybe.
did
I mean,
personally.
yeah.
I don't. You might have not missed it, but I missed it for sure.
Look, man. Pokemon's a weird thing. My honest opinion is you'll never be into it. It's if it wasn't a childhood thing, there's no reason for you to be into it now. There just
Yeah.
isn't. And I know people talk about Pocopia, the new one that came out and everything. Just play Minecraft. It'll be fine. Just play Minecraft.
So does it piss you off when people just want to collect the Pokemon because it's expensive, but they don't really care about Pokemon itself? Does that make you angry?
I mean, no. Everybody. I I I used to care about things 10, 15 years ago. Like I cared about anything. Now I try to care about as little as possible. It's like what does that have to do with me? You know?
That's
Nothing.
preach, man. Jeez,
I
I'm,
that's
I'm
it's
learning about life over here. Dang.
I mean, it's like the same thing with the sellers that I don't enjoy. It's like just because I don't enjoy them doesn't mean they're doing anything wrong. Clearly, they are very successful with what they're doing, and I wish them the best of luck. And I have the free will to go somewhere else, and
That's
that's the
true.
beauty of whatnot. It's the beauty of whatnot. So many choice.
Yeah, man. I loved when they turned that feature on that like people can't see you like coming and going.
Yeah,
That was the
I
best thing
definitely.
ever. So,
You know what?
yeah, like you say you're auctioning, right? And you got like some mods or something, and well, maybe your mod wants to see a game that they want in another show, but like some people are like, oh, they're gonna think I left or whatever, but like really and truly doesn't freaking matter, right? So just flip over,
Oh,
come back. So I do that a
uh,
lot. I'm up, down, up, down, up, down every 20 seconds or whatever just to see because I'm watching two shows at one time. That's the only way to do it.
so I mentioned I'm a PC guy through and through. That's me. I people have seen screenshots in our Discord and stuff. I have in my office. My office is in the other room. A 45-inch 4K monitor and then a 34-inch ultra wide monitor below it. And
Hmm.
when I really get into whatnot days, I'll have four shows popped up, all split screen on there. The shitty thing is, then if you want to enter giveaways, you got to go on your phone, enter the giveaway, go to the
Uh-huh.
next one. It's like, God damn it. But no, I, I'm the exact same way. I had to turn off the enter exit notification because sometimes I just want to hide and I have it sitting there while I'm doing the dishes or something and I'm listening and I'm not actually paying attention. And unfortunately, I've kind of garnered a reputation where I go into certain shows. If they know that I'm there, people talk to me and stuff, which is amazing. Sometimes I just want to hide, and that's what it's great for.
That's true, man.
Alt,
That's true.
there's the alt account. See, Italian. I haven't gotten to the point of needing an alt account. I haven't, as Pookie says, preach. Pookie also put a limit on himself a couple months ago, and it was the funniest month I think I've seen in a long time. That man did not stop going into shows and did not stop supporting people as much as he could, even though he couldn't actually spend any money.
I will
Don't.
say this: if I don't have money to spend, I can only watch like people that I talk to on a daily basis show, and that's it. Like that's if I don't talk to you at least every other day,
Yeah.
I can't be in there because that's it's too tempting, and you just hey, it's a great deal. You just swipe, and then you get it. You're like, I didn't
I
need that shit.
Dude, I'm the exact same way. I'm. We don't need any of this, truthfully. So I'm the same way. So let me ask you something. Are you? when you see something come up, are you a price charting uh, comparist or
Uh, I would say yes at heart because that's what I did for the first like 9 months because I'd never seen any of these games. Like I literally
right?
stopped gaming for like 25 to 30 years straight, like with nothing. I mean, like no console whatsoever for that 25 years. And yeah, man, like I learn about the game that way, but I don't look at the face value necessarily. Like I'll go look and see like what was the last three? What do they have in them? Like
Right.
now it is really interesting, like registration cards for like games, I would say they're like $300 or more.
I mean, yeah,
You
most
gotta
of
go
these,
look
yeah,
you gotta go look at like the average doesn't matter, but like the comps do actually matter because what was the last one that had a reg card go for versus the comps? I mean, I saw games that were like $300 on average, but if it had the reg card, it went for 560, you know?
right.
Like it's a major difference there. But like I use it for that a lot. Um, I go into two different modes, I guess. I have like my collector mode, which is like 70% of the time I'm on whatnot. But like when I'm at the office and I just have Chase on in the side, like it's literally like to the left of me, but I can hear it.
Yeah.
And the second he says "Holy Mercy" or "Sweet Mercy" or whatever, I just go to swipe. Like I don't even know what the item is. I just got to swipe real quickly. But yeah, I end up with stuff that way. But yeah, it's I literally just listen for the keywords or whatever. You can hear their heart, like the heart rate going up in their voice, and like you just
Oh
know
yeah.
like either they know something. I mean, you know they're scanning every game, so like their camera picks it up now
Yes.
too. But like if you sound nervous, it's probably a good deal. That's
Yeah, that's,
that's a good
I
way to
mean,
think about it.
we can only hide our reactions, our emotions so much, right? We'll still get like like I want you all to bid more, but I'm not gonna ask you to do it.
See me, I got a bad habit, like a toxic trait of just like being like, well, that sucked. That was $30 gone, and then I'll just go to the next game. So like I just get real in my mind about it, you know. But it's not really just my mind. It's like I see the numbers, like I review the
They're
numbers.
real.
I gotta pay taxes on certain numbers, and like I just got to do all that. So look,
I,
I went through a transition. I may have talked about this on another episode for a minute. I won't go deep, but like I had to make the transition of I'm either gonna go very legit or I'm gonna quit. Like there was nothing between it because now that you're buying and selling, like you'll get up to 100 grand in transactions in no time. Like it'll go really
sure.
fast, right?
Yeah.
Um, and man, I did that transition and I talked to the accounting people and they're like, "Hey, they're like, how many items you got?" I'm like, 1,500. They're like, "Do you know the cost of all of them?" I was like, "Together?" They're like, "Well, you can do it that way, but it'd be better if we knew the cost of each individual one." So, dude, I had to spend, it took me 2 weeks to literally just go through, and I couldn't find everything. It's impossible, right? Because you probably
Right.
bought
Right.
thousands of items at this point, but like it took me 2 weeks to get it straight and legit. And I don't know how I feel about it. I think you're better off probably just selling and not worrying about it. But I mean, this is not tax advice by any means. I do all that stuff too legit. So I got to worry about it. But man, like, the world changes when you have to start doing things like that. Like even just me like auctioning it and watching it feels different when I had to do all the administrative side of it first.
Yeah.
And it's hard to not like be like, why am I doing this? Like I can just go put this on another platform and it'll sell in 2 weeks and it'll be gone, you know? So
It's you have to have to survive and to be here a long time. You have to have a mentality that either I mean, like you said, this is your job, and if it's your job and you're successful at it, then you're working. I mean, no offense, but you're working. Whereas us, we are we seek enjoyment out of this. That's why we're here. We love to buy
yeah.
stuff. We get awesome stuff. We'll sell stuff when we can. We don't rely on it. We don't, we're here for our enjoyment, and that's why I'm here. That's why I'm probably going to be here for a long time. I'm not going to become a serious full-time seller. The Las Vegas market has to be the worst fucking place to source from in the United States. Everybody here thinks that they know what they're doing. So if you hop on Las Vegas Facebook Marketplace right now, you're going to find a Game Boy DMG with 6 games for $1,400.
Wow. Okay.
Grandma selling the kid stuff she found in the closet doesn't happen here. Just doesn't. And so I actually, a lot of my sourcing for stuff, like I do kind of like you. You said 70% is collection wise. I'd actually say I'm probably similar to that. Like most of the time I'm on Whatnot, I'm buying for myself. Some of the times, if I hear something and it's going too cheap, I'm going to grab it. And I've had people saying, I'll be in a show of a new seller or something, and they're selling a bunch of stuff at dollar auction that's going really cheap. And people are getting pissed that I'm buying it. And you can't, for one thing, we can't reason with people on the internet. So I don't even
Right.
try.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
I think what a lot of people don't understand is that it's as much about us as it is the person selling. And whether you, as Billy Bob that wants to buy this game to play it, or I, as a person who plans to resell this specific game,
Yeah,
the point is that if you win it, that person got less money than if I outbid you.
that's correct.
And if I win something, you can be as mad as you want. I was willing to pay for it, knowing that I can get 20% on top of that. And so in this case, the seller won because they got my extra dollar or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And now I get to give it back. And as everybody here knows, I list all my stuff very fairly. Like I never plan to sell anything over its value. That's just, I don't need to. It's not my whole thing. I mean, you see all the people in chat very much agreeing with this. And I mean, it sucks because people get upset about this. And if somebody's upset about this, you can't reason with them. You have to accept that off the bat. So hopefully they stick around long enough to understand that even if a reseller like R5 Retro, right, is the king of this. And we've shared cell phone numbers and everything. So I've gotten to know him very well, but he buys stuff to resell on his show. And people get pissed off that he buys everything. But the fact of the matter is, he doesn't pay full price. And if you're not willing to pay full price, then don't get mad at him for doing what he's doing. That's what it
So
is. It's yeah,
yeah, I mean the bid mentality. I think once you're a seller for a while, you get that pretty quickly. Of like, oh, I'm so glad that they bid the extra $3 because that would have been even worse. But what if the item's going for $1 and no one bid?
yeah,
And like, are you quick to do the swipe? Well, let me rephrase that. I know you'll swipe on a 300 person stream because that makes sense. However, what about the new guy that like you really are like rooting for him, etc.? They run it for $1, nobody's bid, but it's worth 30. Do you swipe or do you not
right.
swipe?
And that's a question that's a question that I like to think most of the people in this room have asked themselves. I think the people hanging out here, knowing that you're not running dollar starts and giving stuff away, tells me that most of these people have a conscience and a soul. And I grew up with Catholic guilt, right? So if I buy something that's way too cheap, I usually tip the person. And so if there's a new seller, like actually just last week, there was a new seller and he had amazing stuff. And I got there early in the show just because I hopped on Whatnot and I saw there's a person, whatever. And I bought some stuff that was really cheap. And he was visibly not upset about it, but he was bummed out that stuff wasn't going for more. And so it continued. Thankfully, he went from having 20 people in a show to having 60 people in a show because whatever Whatnot algorithm did its magic. But I tipped him. I'm like, look, in my head, I paid $10 for a $30 game 3 times, whatever it is. I'm going to give this dude some extra money. He's going to get every penny of it. It doesn't put a pain on me trying to resell or trying to keep this stuff and selling it 10 years down the road. I'm not here to make money. I'm here to have fun and make sure I don't lose money. So if I can help others, that's what I do. And as we all do, we love making other people feel good. And so if somebody's having a rough show and you can tip them, they feel good. And that's what you want to try to do for each other. And
Yeah, what do they call that? Bid shaming? I think it came up in another episode. I
right,
don't know if it was Pookie or Retro Memolo, but we were talking about the bid shaming. Like you got pissed, and look, I did this in the first like 6 months. I 100% got pissed at some of these things. I was like, that's supposed to be my buddy, but he took this for $12, but not even realizing that. Well, the other guy would have took it for $9 if he didn't bid,
right,
right?
right.
So like you kind of got to get over that, but I will say it does seem weird at first and it doesn't feel great when you see it.
Yeah,
But yeah, you get kind of used to it.
you do.
Um,
And I mean, well, so that's you bring up a very specific point. Is it's one of the things that a lot of the people in this room, we all buy from each other. And there's
yep,
two reasons why we buy from each other. The first one is because we have something that we want. The second one is because something's probably going too low. I can buy it, do something with it, and they now have that little bit extra. And
correct.
it's
Yeah.
it's helping each other.
That goes through my head sometimes too. It's like as long as you're doing it the right way, meaning like you're gonna take it, you're gonna get the item in, you're gonna sell it. Like that's pretty cool. But I do feel for people when it's like, hey, dude, I'm gonna cancel that. I know it's too low. I'm just gonna cancel it. But like the reality is, like, you screwed that guy that was one bit underneath you when you did that too, and that's I kind of worry
Not
more
cool.
about that nowadays because it's like, oh, you ruined his deal, more so. But yeah,
Yeah,
it's an interesting concept. But yeah, I like it if it's like you buy it to you help somebody out to start with. Let's be
yeah.
honest, and then secondly, you'll break even. Even if you can break even, it's usually a win because hey, you helped him out and you broke even. No big deal, you know.
Like didn't lose money. That's
Yeah,
that's my mantra. I don't do this to make money. I make sure I don't lose it. And I most of the people in this room right now have probably bought something in one of my shows because it was going too low. And I can't
yeah,
thank everybody enough. And I care more about the fact that they're doing that than I lost X amount of money.
yeah.
I
JT's
just
got a
it
good question there. So, what do you do about when you overpay? So, like, I'll share what I do, and then I'm curious what Andy does as well. Well, Andy, you run a lot of auction starts, so like, it doesn't really you don't always have to have a strategy necessarily of pricing because it just goes for what it goes for, you know. But for me, I'm the opposite show. I am cool if I sell 4 games and we spent 3 hours and I play some Castlevania at the end, like whatever, like that's great night for me, right?
sounds fun.
Um, yeah, man, but like pricing, I would start it out as close to break even as you can. If it's not unrealistic to average, you know. But like if it's a purple Capcom game and it has every insert in it and I paid 30 over PC, I think it's okay to price that thing at 75 over PC if you knew it had every
100%.
single insert and it's still a deal, right?
Yes.
So I do a time-based thing as well. So I actually even started like rotating my games on the shelf a certain way. So like everything moves to the right. New games go on the left, everything else comes closer to the desk. And guess what? When those games start touching the side of the shelf close to me, they're about to get ran or
Hmm.
they're gonna get a buy it. And then I'll make the price go down to like break even. Then I'll make the price go down to 20% loss. And at some point you just gotta let it roll. Hey, here it is for a
Yeah.
dollar. Take it. It is what it is. Like I just move this thing out. But like
Yep.
yeah, I think the time-based approach, I mean, I kinda learned that from pawn shops, like, especially my local ones.
Hmm.
They always will start it out at almost retail price when they first get it, but literally you can see a date on the tag, and it'll be like a date from like a month from now. And when it hits that date, it drops 25%. When it hits that date, it
Yep.
drops another 25%. I have a bad habit of just running it and just letting it do what it does versus just dropping it 25%. I'd actually did
Yeah.
better if I'd have just dropped it sometimes. So
Yeah. Yeah. It's I I personally, if I price something and I paid too much for it, I accept the L. I just do. I mean, it's if I bought something and condition wasn't what I thought it was, or whatever it may be, I sell it for its value, hopefully,
yeah.
and I take the loss. That's,
Yeah.
I
And
mean, that's all
you
it
gotta
is.
cut your losses. I mean, and yeah, I mean, even if you lose like $20 on it or whatever, sometimes it's better just to get the money back in your pocket. Then you maybe could go buy something better to flip. You know,
Right.
that's a just a good find or whatever. So
And I mean, I can take the L because sometimes you get a win, and I will very quickly the Pokemon Stadium that I showed earlier here. Italian's here, right? Yeah, Italian's still here. Um, this was a blind purchase from Rock 30 Games, so I knew it was complete in box, and they had a 20% off deal because of May the 4th on Monday.
right,
So I
right.
bought this for 25% under price charting. Annual insert, transfer pack insert. Oh, by the way, the transfer pack and the game are in here. Specific
The
Pokemon Stadium
yeah,
guide,
seen that.
blockbuster exclusive card still attached,
Nice.
warranty registration card for Rocket for some reason. Rocket Racing Reg card is in here.
Which I'm sure that's like $35, $40 by itself.
And Pokemon the first movie gift
I
certificate. I
had
mean,
that
it's just
certificate too. I don't know why these certificates keep flying around, but I had that one time as well.
and
Dude, that's
and a
crazy though.
game without a name written on it. I mean, it's sometimes you got to take the L's because you're going to get some wins in there, and that's really what it's about. It's you know, I don't like I said, I don't want to discourage anybody from doing this, but I do think you have to have some kind of a stability to survive in this world. You know, you don't have to be rich, you don't have to be wealthy, you have to be able to take an L and be okay with it, and that's important. I mean, most of the people here can take an L because they've got tons of other wins there.
Yeah.
It's huge. Wait, is Italian trying to buy all of these? Okay.
No, I think he's saying that how expensive that insert was that you had.
Oh yeah. So I mean, like this
What
is so Rock 30 Games. I've had the pleasure of getting to know all of them off platform as well. They're unbelievable people. Every single one of them. I go into their website and drop probably about $1,000 every month because they're cycling stuff in and out so fast. So like this box is just full of crap that I had no idea I was going to buy until I shopped one day and found it. So if anybody's interested, and most of this is to keep. Like none of this is even to resell.
yeah.
I just like Shattered Memories. Why not? I've never played it. I do actually like. What's funny is I don't like horror games at all. I don't like scary movies. I don't like to be titillated. Don't scare me. But for some reason, I love Silent Hill, and I have
Wow.
no idea why. I I actually have an idea. I think it's because of the movie. The first Silent Hill movie with Sean Bean.
Okay.
I
I hadn't seen that.
I I loved that movie. It was not excellent. It wasn't horrible. It was actually one of the better video game movies. I loved the Silent Hill movie, and I think that is the main reason why I enjoy the games now. There you
That
go. Fun fact.
came up in a show the other day. What was better? Was it Resident Evil or Silent Hill? And people were overwhelmingly saying Resident Evil. So what you think?
I, you know what? I'm going to be on Team Silent Hill with this one. And the reason why is because if you asked me, as a PC gamer, I do not believe in quantity over quality. And I think that there have been too many Resident Evil games. I feel like they've taken the idea and stretched it out too thin. That's my take on Resident Evil. I appreciate them; they're fun, but not for me. Silent Hill, I think, are just better.
Damn.
Yeah.
I haven't really played either of them. I have bought a few Resident Evil games recently, with the intentions of playing, but I got to actually sit down and do it. So that's
I,
yeah, that's the thing in here.
I
There's always something to do, you know.
there's always and what I would do is I would say look up and find out which games you should play because there are definitely Resident Evil games that are not worth playing. And I mean, there's a couple Silent Hill games. I think everybody would agree a safe bet is the mainline games are all excellent on both IPs. The mainline games are fine. It's when you get into these weird ones that actually, as I say that, here is
Oh, nice.
this and this. So but I will say I actually picked up something I am very excited about, and it's not expensive. It's just something that I've wanted super clean, and they told me they had this.
Fifth Element.
Lulu
Oh, nice. Yeah, I've seen that
Lulu
movie.
Dallas Multipass. Amazing movie. Horrible game. Horrible game. It is. I played this 20 some years ago, and I remember it being absolutely tragic. But now I have it, and that makes me happy.
Yeah. All right. Well, Andy, I'm gonna pop off some unrehearsed, quick fire questions for you,
Love it.
and then we'll leave one last subject to the folks out there watching, whatever they want to talk about, and then we'll wrap it up. All right,
Perfect.
Andy, I want to get to know you a little bit better. Fish or beef?
Oh, beef. Oh, I don't eat seafood.
Running or walking?
Running.
NES or Genesis?
Oh, fuck. That's tough. I'm actually going to say Genesis. NES had a lot to do and it did it amazingly. Genesis was fucking weird, and I
Yeah,
love weird.
I
I
love
love weird.
Genesis too, man. I'm very tickled right now that you said Genesis. Suck it, Matt. The Genesis hater. Yeah, dude. The Jenny was great, man.
It was weird. It was weird. All the
Dude,
weird games on it, the Tower of Power,
look,
all of
look.
it.
I was playing Street Fighter 2 yesterday on the Genesis Classic,
Oh
and
yeah.
something just was really weird. But like, I had to play it with this, uh, which the three button,
Oh. Oh
the three
yeah. Oh
button,
yeah.
and man, you got to press start in the middle between punch and kick. It's freaking hard as hell. So that's how I got the Genesis. I got Sonic 2 and I got Street Fighter. Those were the two games I got when I got it. I don't think it was
Absolutely.
that like console release. I think it was like way later.
I've got them
Um,
all sitting down here. Absolutely.
but dude, it's there's some hard games. The folks wanted me to play Contra Hard Corps, and I've played that a little bit like on my TV. I never played it on my like gaming monitor, so I put it up on the gaming monitor. I died so fast, like I was just like instantly dead, instantly dead,
Yes.
instantly dead.
Now
I'm like,
let me ask you something about this topic. And I think I'm going to aim it more Super Nintendo versus Genesis. When you are looking at games and you're looking at Mortal Kombat, for instance,
mhm.
do you feel within you that it belongs on one system and it's weird that it's on the other one?
Oh, for sure, yeah. Like the OG, what was it? The OG Mortal Kombat. Like,
Yeah.
what's the point on Super Nintendo? Like, what is the
I, I,
point?
I the worst part is I think it's actually technically the better graphical game. I
Hmm.
don't care. It seems weird to me that it's on there. Like most of the games, so like my Genesis collection is I have a CIB collection, probably about 30 games or so. And they're all the games that I feel should have only been on the Genesis.
Dude,
Booger Man.
I played Street Fighter on the Genesis, and look, they didn't make the Championship Edition on Super Nintendo, so there was like that was like a different game.
Oh
So Super
yeah.
Nintendo went from regular to Turbo to Super to Alpha, um, but Championship Edition was in between the regular one and Turbo, I think, or probably similar time to Turbo. But
Yeah.
it's a much better game than Turbo, even though Turbo will always get all the props. But I played both of them, and I love Street Fighter, and the Genesis one is better. So
It is. Like stuff like this.
yeah, the
Why
Booger Man.
why this is way too weird for Nintendo at the time. This belongs on Genesis.
What was the whole slogan? Genesis does what Nintendo don't,
Exactly.
or something like that. Yeah. All right. So I want to keep going with my rapid
Yeah, yep.
fire. Hot or cold?
Hot, hot.
CIBs or loose carts?
Can I just say yes? I prefer CIB. In fact, I'm going to go on record as saying I love the boxes more than I love what's inside of them.
All right. How about baggy or registration?
Oh God. Ooh, as an N64 collector, that's tricky. Reg card. Baggies are a little easier to find. You can find them with shitty
Yeah.
Madden titles all the time.
Yeah. There was only one answer there. That was the easy
I
one.
know, but I do love I love a good baggie. I got
See,
some
I'm on
baggies
reg
and some of
cards, man.
the reg cards are obviously where the collection is. But I when something comes with a baggie and I get amped.
Yeah. PSA for buyers out there. A lot of those games you guys are buying had baggies with them just recently. But I didn't even really know what the baggie deal was until I was talking to Dimitri about it. And Dimitri loves a freaking baggie, man. He's like, hey, he's like, nobody gets my baggies. He's like, I got a whole cabinet of them.
Look,
I was like, okay.
look,
So,
that dude loves his bags. I'd love to see his bag closet at his home. Honestly.
ugh, those things probably smell terrible, man. I got six or ten. I got 6 or 8 of them right now stacked up. But I haven't decided like which games I'm actually going to put them in. So I just keep stacking them up until that day comes. So. Word. All right. So everybody out there in the audience, we'll have one more topic and then we will wrap up because Andy has to run in the morning. So what do you
Yes.
guys want to hear about? And appreciate everybody hanging out. While we're waiting on that to
Also,
come
this
through. Ooh, Resident Evil, nice. Didn't want to
long
thank the
box.
sponsors one more time. You got Graham B, Sweet Oreo, Just Thrifting, and Creative Upside. Thank you all so much for sponsoring the video. If you do sponsor a Horse Talk video, you do get something pretty cool in the mail. I kind of look at it as like I get to choose. So be on the lookout. It'll be something strange probably, but cool. You sent me some playing cards one time that were pretty strange. It was like Japanese Mario Kart cards or something. I
Oh
still have them.
yeah,
They're like right behind me over here. They're on the mantle. So
those are original too. Those that was a very specific reason I sent that to you. I had a few sets of those. Those things were hella cool.
everybody wants to know about your underwear, dude. So one last thought on collecting. The question is when did you start collecting or how long you've been collecting? My question for you is will the collection continue to evolve over time or is there going to be a point where you say I'm done?
I mean, if I could answer that for you, I'd be a wealthy man because I would know more about the future. Um, I mean, look, I've loved video games since I was a kid. I'm 40 now, so 35 some years later, it hasn't stopped. I was just playing Apex Legends with the same friends I play 4 to 5 days a week. So I think it's safe to say the collection is going to continue. It's going to morph. Someday I'm going to be like, I don't need any of these. I'm going to be like, why the fuck do I have PGA European Tour on the N64? I don't know. You know, it's truly a feeling thing for me because if I try to make it transactional, it's not fun anymore. And I do it to have fun. I've been very blessed in my life to get to the point where I can afford this stuff and support myself with it, and I'm going to enjoy it, and that's why I do it. And you guys, I seriously, you guys are why I do this. I mean, it started as one thing, it became another, it became another. Now it's turned into something where I look forward to Wednesday nights, and I have other people looking forward to Wednesday nights. And I'm going to rant for a quick second. I'm so sorry. I will when I'm getting ready for my shows. I'm sure everybody here does the same thing. You get into your show, maybe you have to make giveaways or something, whatever. When I get into my show and I see there's like 10 people in the show 5 minutes before it starts, I I turn into a mushy ball of happiness. Like, I mean, that is one of the biggest compliments that I think that anybody could ever give me is that you guys are not only here to hang out with me, you're here early because you know this is what we're going to do. You didn't join because you got a notification. You came here early because this is what you're looking forward to. And I've had other people message me on the side, and I'm not going to name any names, but they tell me, they're like, thank you. I had a shitty fucking day at work, and I got to come home tonight and not care about it for an hour. And I getting those messages and the support from you guys and all of that stuff is why I'm going to continue doing this, because it's fun. The moment it's not fun anymore, I'm not going to do it. That's it. Oh, there's Jeff right at the fucking end. Of course, there's Jeff.
Jeff is actually up next. So I think about a month or so, and then we'll join Jeff from the garage, I think, as usual. So.
Somebody keeps asking me if my CIB are real. You mean like if they're real, or like if they're all like fake boxes? No, these are all real. They're probably mostly complete in there, or I have the cart down there. One combination of the two, they are complete. Because I keep every single cart that I have in a plastic protector with a label on the end. Every single cart in my collection is like this. So if I have an empty case, they're going to start collapsing on that. So I have to keep the carts in there.
If you bring a person into your house and they have no idea that you collect and sell this stuff, you walk into the room with them. Is it a moment of, damn, I got to explain this again? A moment of, oh, this is kind of embarrassing, or a moment of, look how cool my shit is?
So let me ask really quick. Mom, are you in the chat? Just give it a second. Okay, average is here. Good. Thankfully, this is upstairs. Downstairs are no video games. Well, a couple of consoles, like my Steam Deck is down there, my Switch 2, and all my Legos, which aren't that many, just Lord of the Rings, because I'm obsessed with Lord of the Rings. But everything's upstairs. So thankfully, somebody's up here for a reason. I recently had relations with a friend of mine.
Congratulations.
We're both single, and two responsible adults like to have fun, right? I say this because as we're departing and walking past this area of my home, I then spent 30 minutes telling her about all of the cool shit that's in here. And I get so excited. Thank you about the really congrats. Thank you. I get so amped up about this stuff. Like, I love it. I love the weird shit. I love learning about it. I love sharing the knowledge with others about it. I mean, I have the N64 railroad and control stick over here. I love it, and I love sharing it with people. Most of the people that come to my house are brought upstairs on a tour, and they may glance over here. And like I said, you guys can see like half of what's up here. It goes further that way. There's like my N64 CIB boxes. I have 3 of them up here, stuff like that. So but most people know what I do in this world. So it's not a terrible surprise. They're mostly looking forward to seeing what I do in my free time. Yes.
I'm so relieved that all your boxes are real. It kind of looked like a photo. I didn't think it was even. If y'all weren't here at the very beginning, I was like, "Is that a photo? Like, is that a green screen?"
No, and it's crazy is you can see this row. There's 2 more above it, and you can see this row. There's 4 more below this. This is a very zoomed in image of a. I mean, it's a collection that I have like specifically, enjoy and put together, and I love it. And being the musician that I am, I love collecting weird stuff like Easy Piano on the DS. So I can, there's never ending amounts of weird and unusual and fun.
Yeah.
And that's what gaming's supposed to be.
Dude, if you like the DS stuff, I've got like 50 of those like wristband ones for Rock Band. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
If you need one, I'll send it to you.
I actually don't have one, so
I'll send you 2 or 6.
I'll I will see. Look at that. I will hop in the next show and get one. As
Yeah,
soon as I
man.
get through all of this amazing stuff that I have to get through from Rock 30.
Well, awesome. Landy, thank you so much for joining tonight, man. It's really cool talking to y'all. Great participation as well from the people out there. Thank y'all for the
Yes,
promotions and the tips and just the general hanging out and comments. We love that. That's why I do this on Whatnot instead of just going straight to YouTube. The interactions with the people that are actually watching this, it's really cool. But PSA though, like we do actually do need to get some folks to at least click on the videos on YouTube so more people can actually learn about what we're talking about here and
I
watch.
do. I click and watch.
Yeah, or you just click on it and close it. Like that's cool too. Just click on it and drop a follow. I'm not trying to do a YouTube channel per se, but I would do like these conversations to at least be captured because not everybody can watch every night, you know. So
Right.
it's it's
It's
pretty
an
fun.
awesome way to keep it alive and up there for everybody to enjoy.
Yep. So sounds good. Andy, any last words of wisdom for everybody before we
I,
let you roll?
I just guys, thank you so much. Honest to God, I know I act a fool and I'm ridiculous and stuff, but at heart, you guys are amazing. Each and every one of you in here tonight. I've seen all the names, and I'm so sorry. I'm so engaged in the conversation that I haven't seen everything. But honest to God, I can't thank you guys enough for everything that you do. You're so kind and giving and caring and fucking hilarious. I love all the shit talk, and I'm very good at taking all of it. That's what she said.
Cut,
And
clipped.
I just thank you. I will continue to do this as long as you enjoy it. That's what we're here for. So thank you.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Andy. Thank y'all for all hanging out. We will hang out a little bit later, but we'll catch you soon.